Let's have some fun.
Today I have prepared two topics.
Okay.
I hope Professor.
Two topics.
Two topics.
Two topics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like plan A, plan B.
Plan B.
Okay, let me see your plan A first. Plan A,
I
let me
hope-
see.
Okay. I hope Professor and classmates can give me some suggestions.
Yes.
One of them is the role of adaptation, protection, and inheritance of Chaoshan Yinge dance in the process of urbanization. Another one is a study on the dissemination mode and adaptability of Confucius thought in Malaysian Chinese education under the background of the Belt and Road Initiative, a case study of Penang.
Good.
First, I will start to report my first topic.
Yes.
I would like to play a short video of Yinge dance, so that everyone can experience this art form.
Once again, forgot the video.
Is it a YouTube or?
No. It's fine.
It's a traditional dance in South China, Guangdong province, and in the south of the sites, South Guangdong, they have an area called the Chaoshan.
Okay, this one.
That place they have this kind of special heritage dance.
Okay.
Right.
Is it a village?
Now it's just becoming.
Okay, thank you, Han. Okay, my first part is research background. Yinge dance is mainly popular in the Chaoshan area of Guangdong, China. It is one of the most distinctive cultural activities in the Chaoshan area. It integrates drama, dance.
Okay.
Next. Next. Okay. Next. Yeah. Background. Okay. It integrates drama, dance, martial arts, and other forms of expression, and has the reputation of Chinese war dance. The performance format is a large-scale group dance, and many performance elements are based on water magic and the romance of the three kingdoms. People pray for peace and auspiciousness, express their love and hate, and express their fighting spirit through Yinge dance. Yinge dance has a long history, unique style, brand mass based on far-reaching social benefits. It is a dance that can embody the spiritual power of the unity of Chinese nation. Why did I choose? First, with the rapid development of urbanization, the development of Yingge dance increasingly reflects regional limitations. Second, it is only popular in Chaoshan area, and little is known about in other areas of Guangdong province. Although it is already an intangible culture in heritage, its influence and dissemination are still limited. The dilemma of inadequacy. Third, young people in the new area lack understanding and experience of traditional culture, which leads to problems in the inheritance of Yingge dance. Finally, compared with similar intangible culture in heritage cultures, such as jogging and line dances, there is lack of corresponding policy support and protection. Next part is research objectives. 1 point, research and propose new strategies for the protection and the inheritance of Yingge dance that adapt to the urbanization process. Second, analyze the challenges and opportunities encountered by Yingge dance in its development process and how to better carry out systematic protection. Third, explore the innovation and future development of Yingge dance culture from the perspective of cultural communication, including how to expand the scope of influence and improve the cultivation of inheritors. My research methodology, ethnographic research, literature research method, case analysis method, and comparative survey method. We will discussing the ethnographic research method last week. I want to explain why I chose this method. 1 year ago, I first learned about this art form because I was shooting a documentary, because I wanted to show the characters more realistically. I needed to spend a long time with my subjects. In this process, I felt the charm of this art form and the impact of this art on this through communicating with them and observing their daily lives. These performers come from all walks of life. They usually have their own jobs, but whenever they need to perform on specific festival, they will spontaneously organizing together and to practice and prepare for the performers. Because the shooting has not yet ended, I will spend a long time with them and learn more about Yingge dance. This is also a very important reason why I choose this topic and method, because I have the convenience and observing them. Okay, next part is expected results and significance. Inheritance and protection of cultural value, studying the adaptability of Chaoshan Yingge dance in the urbanization process can provide theoretical support and practical guidance for the protection of this intangible cultural inheritance, prevent cultural homogenization, and promote the protection of traditional culture, inherit and maintain cultural diversity. Second part, enhance the social identity. Through research, the public's understanding and recognition of cultural value of Chaoshan Yingge dance can be enhanced, and the importance of the protection and of intangible culture in heritage can be increased. Third, in national cultural exchange and communication, promote communication and understanding between different cultures. Proposal or policy recommendations.
You look at that as well to make sure that Hanif is on the right.
Okay,
so
okay,
difficult
okay,
that Hanif, next place.
Okay. Proposal or policy recommendations. Research results can provide a basis for the government and the relevant departments to formulate relevant policies, such as strengthening financial support, improving laws and regulations. This is my first topic, Inge dance. Okay, another topic is a study on the dissemination mode and adaptability of Confucius thoughts in Malaysian Chinese education under the background of the Belt and the Road initiatives, a case study of Penang. Okay, my first part, research background. Okay, the Belt and Road Initiative is an abbreviation of the Silk Road Economy Belt and the 21st Century Shanghai Silk Road. The Belt and Road Initiative borrows the historical symbol of the Asian Silk Road, which has a banner of peaceful development, actively develops economic cooperation partnerships with countries along the road, and jointly builds a community of interest, a community of destiny, and a community of responsibility with political mutual trust, economic integration, and cultural tolerance. But Malaysia is an important node of the Belt and the Road Initiative. It is not only the economic center of Southeast Asia, but also a soul with a strong Chinese atmosphere. Third, Penang as the region with the largest proportion of Chinese in Malaysia has a strong local research value. Finally, facing the multicultural and multilingual background of Malaysia, the dissemination mode and adaptability of Confucius thoughts in education face certain challenges and changes. Next part, research objectives. Explore the dissemination mode and the evolution of Confucius thoughts in Malaysian Chinese education. Analyze how the Belt and the Road Initiative promotes the dissemination of Confucius thought in the Malaysian Chinese education system. Third, explore the adaptability of Confucius thought in the multicultural context of Malaysia, as well as its specific manifestation of and challenges in practice. Fourth, proposal suggestions for optimizing and the dissemination strategies of Confucius thought so as to better adapt the Malaysian Chinese education environment. Next part, research methodology. Interview method and questionnaire serve. Interviews with educators, students, media practitioners, and directors of Confucius institutes. Literature research method. Sought out Confucius educational concepts and research on the development and application of modern communication tools. Case analysis method. Select some educational platforms or media cases and analyzing how they apply Confucius education concepts for education and cultural dissemination. Okay, finally part is accepted results and significance. By analyzing the dissemination mode and adaptability of Confucius thought in Malaysian Chinese education under the background of the Belt and Road Initiative, explores how its thoughts can maintain, ventilate, and influence in cross-cultural and multilingual environments, and provides practical suggestions for future cultural and educational exchange between China and Malaysia. Analyze how the Belt and Road Initiative promotes the dissemination of Confucius thoughts in the Malaysian Chinese education system. Proposal suggestions for optimizing the dissemination strategy of Confucius thoughts in order to better adapt to the Malaysian Chinese education environment. That's all. Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's 孔子的 Okay, let me go to your first question first. Choose the second topic, not the first topic. Right? The second topic seems to be more viable topic for PhD research. So let's go into the second topic. Next, let me ask you a question. What field did you register when you registered with CPR? Is it, I'm asking you, is it anthropology, sociology? Is it development? What area, what field did you register? Remember? Is it human resource? What is it?
I think human resource.
Human resource. Human resource. Okay. Right. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
All right. Okay. I just want to know. All right. So probably in the area of education. Let me understand what you this is your title, a study on dissemination mode of and adaptability of Confucius thought in Malaysian Chinese education under the background of the belt and not you said, you didn't say belt, you said belt. I think you said something else. So the word is belt. Yeah, belt. Belt. Air. Not belt. It's air, belt. Yeah. That's right. Belt and Road Initiative. Case study of Penang. All right. So let me see what the essence of what you want to do, right? And then we will scope it so that there is a PhD research that you can do, and at the same time it's a PhD worthy research to carry out, right? So you are interested to study about Confucianism and Confucius thought in the Malaysian Chinese community, right? Okay. Specifically, you want to study Malaysian Chinese education, right? Is that, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to skip to the research methodology bit. Do you have plans on how you're going to study Malaysian Chinese education?你怎样要学研究 Malaysian Chinese education? How? How going to research?
My research, my methodology.
How are you going to research? Yeah. How are you going to
interview some people first.
Okay.
然后
into who are you interviewing?
Confucius Institute
Confucius Institute in Malaysia.
and educators, students.
So educators or students? Who would you want to interview? Oh, the teachers and the students.
Yeah.
The teachers and students. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry, just tell me. Okay, don't worry. I'm making conversation with you. 我们现在在谈天而已。Okay. Conversation, right? So you gotta engage me with this conversation. So are you going to go to school? How are you going to? You going to go Malaysian school?
华人学校，华人 school.
华校.
Yeah, 华校.
Yeah. So you're going to Chinese school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to go to a Chinese school, and you're going to go to school, ask the teachers and ask the students.
Yeah. Teachers and students.
Teachers and students. Both. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. And the education system in Malaysia, for you to get into the school, you will need to have permission, approval from the ministry, right? So education institution is one of the hardest school because they do not allow people to go in out of school easily in Malaysia. So they guard the school quite for many reasons, whatever the reason says. So have you looked into the literature on Confucius thoughts in Malaysian education, Malaysian schools? Have you looked at the literature?
Chinese literature.
Chinese, Malaysian, English. About Malaysian Chinese education, have you studied
Yeah,
the literature?
yeah.
Is there a gap on that one?
What?
Is there a gap? What's the gap, Eugene?
计划。
不，就是空缺，
研究空白。
对，
空缺 gap
空缺，对 research gap you just mean 研究空白。
我I know.
用研究空白 ，OK。白是白色的白 ，white， OK。空 is empty， alright。
Just no one do it.
So the hard name was understand. 研究空白，你have you looked at the literature and see whether there's a gap? Have you?
I think.
You think so, but
I think so.
but you haven't looked at it. You haven't.
Yeah.
Have you or have you not?
I have some paper. Uh, 我没有看过大量的资料，怎么讲？就是
You haven't looked at all the literature.
Yeah.
You haven't. Yeah, you have not. Yeah. Okay. I can see a few things happening, right? I suspect there are already studies of Confucian thought in Chinese school, right? Right. There's a school in Kuala Lumpur called Confucius Private School in KL, right?
Yeah.
So they probably have Confucius, like teaching Confucius, and they probably have people have actually researched it, right? So now what you want to say?
Sorry to interrupt. I just wondering, do Malaysia University have the Confucius College?
Yeah.
Chinese studies, yes. But I'm not sure about Confucius College. I'm not sure.
Confucius College or Confucius Institute?
Institute maybe yes.
Institute maybe, yes.
So several of these kind of institutes or college, they will just get a cooperation with Chinese
Yeah.
university.
Like
Yeah.
Chinese university.
So what I'm saying is this. I want to know what you want to study. This important thing is what you want to study, right? It's not I want to what you want to study, right? If you want to study about Confucius thought dissemination among the students, there are many ways of studying. Instead of going to school, there are other ways of studying it, right? And there are many spaces to study too, right? Your field is in education or in what area are you studying? Your own field. Your master's is in what? What's your master's in?
Oh, my master is documentary.
Documentary.
Yeah.
It's in documentary like that.
Yeah, film. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My major is producer and photographer.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. That is even better. All right. An area that would be good to study, right? Would be good to study is documentaries,
Yeah, documentary.
films, documentaries,
Yeah.
right? If you're interested in that one, that is right. So you can look at Confucius thoughts in Malaysian documentaries,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You can study that, right? So you can look at Malaysian films or Malaysian documentaries, right? Malaysian films or Malaysian document. Did you make that documentary, you know? The one in, what do you call it? Ingle Dance.
Yeah, it's my.
It's your work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you did that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good. Right. Okay, then you can help us to do our documentary next time. There are, if I make a suggestion to you, I may suggest to you, right? What you want to do is to find a space, 研究空白, right? 研究空白, a research gap, right? That relates to your interests, and relate to your strengths, right?
Okay.
What you're good at and what you're interested in, right? You're good at doing documentary. I can see that it's your work. Definitely you're good at it. And then much better than me, right? I can see that you have angles, you have all that, right? Okay, so that's you're good at. And it seems that you're also interested in this one. This is your study, Confucius thought, right? In Malaysian, yeah. So you could choose, to study Malaysian, Chinese documentaries or short film, right? Short documentaries in Malaysia, right?
Okay.
From YouTube, maybe it's free.
Okay.
Right? Free YouTube, right? And then and look at Confucius values in there, right? You can see Confucius dissemination of that, right? And then I'm going to use the whiteboard so that we can have a discussion with you. This is good. I'm happy that you presented to me so that I can see your interest and all that. Okay. We have Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Chinese New Year. Over 春节.
20 Spring Festival.
春节, Spring Festival. But in Malaysia, it's called Chinese New Year. In China, when you call New Year, it's January 1st, right? Over here, we got Chinese New Year, it's Spring Festival, right? This is Spring Festival. I'm going to give you some examples of the types of films you can look at. Every time there's Spring Festival, big companies will have advertisement. But advertisement is usually in the form of story. And they'll tell the story of Chinese, sometimes they'll tell Chinese and Malay, sometimes Chinese, Malays, Indians. Because you're talking about multicultural, right? So there'll be plenty of this to study. The telephone companies will make advertisement, and usually they have the longer version also. They have a short version, there's a longer version, right? The 1 minute advertisement, and there's also the 3 or 10. Like Petronas, you know Petronas, right? The oil company. They have actually like a story, right?
Yeah.
They have a story, part 1, part 2, part 3, something like that. Right? So this would be fascinating to look at, right? I'm just giving an example. So this is one option, right? Option number 1, right? To look at advertisement ads during Spring Festival. And you could look at that and see what's the value of Confucianism in there. Right? Be fascinating. In the context of multicultural society. And by the way, a lot of advertisement in Malaysia when it comes to Chinese New Year are very multicultural. Sometimes they'll talk about a Malay speaking in Chinese. Sometimes they talk about a Malay adopted by Chinese family, adopted what, Eugene, what do you call it, adopted?
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Adopted in Chinese.
Adopted. Someone is adopted by like 孤儿，他没有父亲死了， somebody else,
Homeless.
somebody will take care of them.
So young.
So yeah.
So young, so young. So there's sometimes the story is about a Chinese boy or a Malay boy taken care by a Chinese family or Malay family. We have all these things going on, right? So it's very multicultural. Usually, not all. So you can choose. Advertisement during Chinese New Year, right? During Chinese New Year, that has multicultural element, right? You get me? Advertisement during Chinese New Year that has multicultural elements.
Okay.
You want to see what Confucianism, what Confucius values are in there,
Yeah.
right? So that will be something worthy to study, to see how Confucius values are being disseminated or have been promoted during Chinese New Year in a multicultural context, right? So what you want to do is to see whether other people have researched this or not. Is there literature of that on this one? If there's none, then you could be creating a new knowledge, a new theory, a new understanding of how Confucianism is spread in Malaysia in the context of multiculturalism, right? So you can study. So you get what I'm saying, right? This is option one. Option two is actually option two. These are all about films, right? Identify certain films in Malaysia that has multicultural context. There are many films in Malaysia. There are Chinese films, Chinese production, but they have Malay actors, they have Malay conversation in there, or English conversation, sometimes the Indian conversation in there. But there are quite a number of these films. So this is another option, choose films. This one is choosing the advertisement. This is advertisement, yeah. Advertisement, what is in Chinese? 广告.
广告. Yeah.
广告. The other one is films.
Yeah.
Okay? This one will be something new. But your research method is not just to look at the content of films, but also to interview the production people. I don't know what they call it. The director, the script writer, right? You know about the business industry, right? The production. And FGD, focus group. Focus group discussion. Where you call maybe between 10 to 20 people, right? You do focus group of there's Chinese and Malay, Indians or whatever else, right? Focus group. What do you think about this movie?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you know the production side, you know the content side, you know the viewers, right?
Yeah.
Or it doesn't have to be about the movie, it can be advertisement. Advertisement that more people watch. I watch, people watch, people want a phone to watch, right? Because advertisement is short and you can get people to interview. This is easier. This is more, you see, this is more widespread. You want to spread anything, advertisement spread faster than the films. Because in Malaysia, the films are not watched by everyone because we have so many types of films. We have English film, Chinese film, Japanese films, Thai films, Indonesian films, Tamil films, Korean films. Now you go to Queens Bay, you can see different films out there, right? And the Indians watch mainly Indian films. Sometimes they watch English film. Chinese film, if it's Jackie Chan, Jet Li, they watch. You know, normal Chinese film they do not watch, right? It depends on the type of film. So, in a way, film is much more segregated ethnically, but advertisement is not, because advertisement they will speak in some language and it was spread a bit easily. So I would recommend option 1, and between option 1 and option 2, I'll give you option 1 is better. Right? If you're interested to study about films and filmmaking and Confucianism in the context of multiculturalism, multicultural society, right? And you can have access. Access to data is not hard because the access is films, right? YouTube is in YouTube, right? Right? You can look at Petronas, Maxis. Maxis has advertisement on Chinese New Year. The DG, the phone, all big companies usually have advertisement on this one, right? Or you're interested in to look at government. The government also have messages, but then government become political. That will be option, another option. Option 1 and option number 3 is to look at government ones, which is like speeches during Chinese New Year. Usually there are speeches made by the Prime Minister, this leader, that leader, you can look at, there'll be another, will be interesting as well, to see whether there's Confucius element in the speeches, right? That's another option, which you can get as well, right? You can also obtain the data, right? But I personally would recommend this one, because this one, if you want to see the absorption of Confucian value or dissemination of Confucian values, definitely this one is disseminated more because advertisement.
Okay.
And now, tomorrow, day after tomorrow is Deepavali, the Hindu.
one of it.
Right. So if you look at advertisement in a TV, and then usually will come up some Deepavali advertisement. Petronas is an advertisement about a boy who dances, right? So I have given you the scope. You rethink about it. You redo your research questions and research objectives. So you must have research questions which are similar to your research objective, not just research objective, research questions and research objectives. Then research methodology. I'll give you those 3 there, right? Literature review is not under research methodology. So you put there literature review method, right? Literature review is not a research methodology. It's part of literature review, not a research methodology. You are not researching literature. You're reviewing literature, and then you're identifying an area in the literature that has not been studied, right? A research gap. That's the purpose you do research review, right? And then you study on the research gap, what has not been studied before. So this one is important. So this is your research. You must this one, right? And you need to identify among all this, is there a research gap? Is there research gaps? Meaning what has not been studied before?
Okay.
You need to show literature has not studied that yet, right?
Okay.
So, okay, got it. Is this aligned to what you want to do? No? 是不是你要做的东西嘛？这个是不是你要研究的？
Yeah.
Okay, alright, good. It must be something you do, not me. I'm just giving you the space of where you can study what you want to study. I think the Chinese school is not easy to get in. You need to get permission from the ministry. Ministry, what is ministry? Eugene.
哪个部？
教育
Which ministry?
Education, of course. 教育
教育部。
教育部啊。
教育部。
Ministry of Education, yeah. You got to write to them. They have to approve it before you go into the school. Yeah, because they want to protect the students, not, whatever reason, yeah. Otherwise, the people going in will do research, or so many people going into the school to do research. Or they want to, they don't want outsiders to go in and out of the school. Especially Chinese school, it's not easy. Chinese school is more well guarded than the non-Chinese school. It's more disciplined also. The Chinese school is more disciplined than the other schools. Unless you enter military school, that's a different story. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's military school. That's even more disciplined, of course. Chinese school is more guarded, more, even if the parents want to pick up the son or the daughter, there's a system to
You have to wait outside.
you wait outside and then the car will come and drop, and only 1 minute and then go 1 second and go. And then, there's if you go to over here, Guanghua, I think Guanghua, Zhonghua, there's one at Bukit Jambu area. I think it's Guanghua, I think.
光华学院。
光华学校
Guanghua 小学.
Premier school.
primary school.
They also have 中学, I think, I'm not sure. But over there, because I tried to send my, at first I wanted to send my son to that school. But then decided not to. I got a place for him. But I decided not to eventually. Okay, so make the revision, get ready in 1, 2 to 3 weeks time. So and then arrange another presentation with Hani. You do need to do this because you have your POL 500, right?
Okay.
And POL 500 in week 10 or something like that, you will need to do presentation, not to POL 500. There's an assignment. There's also presentation, right? The presentation is to CPR, so you'll be in that presentation. You will need to be clear about what you want to research and all that, right?
Thank you, Professor. Thank
Okay,
you.
welcome. This is recorded so that you can re-look at my comments, right? You can, see back, review back what my comments are, right? And then develop. You're in the early stage, so this is good, right? And I can see that your English is improving compared to last time. Then again, you must continue to improve so that you can understand what I'm saying and you can respond quickly as well.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Ready, Joanne? You ready, Joanne?
Yeah, Prof.
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm fine. Bismillah.
Alhamdulillah. What's the picture behind you there? There's a picture.
Mr. Nur Hadi,
Nur Hadi. Mr. Nur Hadi is.
my campus vision.
Okay. All right. So you're in your office right now.
Yeah, with stable connection internet.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Okay, good. Yeah, Webex is heavy too. That's another thing. Okay, Joanne, Hanif, are we okay? We are ready, Joanne. Thank you for coming early because afterwards I have CPR has a event outside. I need to go, so I will need to leave by 11 or 11:30. Okay, please proceed. Bismillah.
This is full screen or not?
Yes, it is. Good.
Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, everyone. I want to present my research proposal. The title, Experience of Students from Non-Education Study Program Facing Reservist Teacher Professional Education in Indonesia. In this section, I will focus on the inputs from
Rifani from the previous meeting. So I will describe the content about the research background, problem statement, objective, literature review, and methodology. This is my research background. I will explain it in short. The narration of my paper starts with demographic dividend, because this is very important. When we talk about demographic dividend, we need also talk about education dividend, because education dividend will give positive impact to the economic of a country, which is Indonesia as the 4th largest population in the world. This is the golden moment for Indonesia to increase their economic, become developed country. Therefore, in 2016, President Jokowi formulated 2045 Golden Indonesian Vision which is the first pillars of this vision, is talk about human development and mastery of science and technology. And education become critical issue because the demographic dividend in Indonesia can be opportunities or disaster depending on human resource and education quality. And then Indonesia has increased their policy and education access for students from 9 years to 12 years compulsory schools. And although this program was held for many years, but in other hand, in PISA report, Indonesia rank is always at the 10th bottom position from OECD countries. It is bad news for Indonesia because they need to increase the quality of their education, especially the students, which will be pick the demographic dividend. Although the access education increase, the strategy also still have problem in the quantity and quality teacher in Indonesia, because Indonesia will face 1.3 billion teacher crisis in 2024, and the number of certified teacher or professional teacher in Indonesia only 15%. Therefore, Ministry of Education, Research and Technology developed a new model of pre-service teacher education in 2022 to solve this problem. And the problem statement, the pre-service teacher education program in this research, and this program not only provide for education student with bachelor program, but also for non-education student or non-education undergraduate. Therefore, this program become a magnetic for student from non-education study program. And then students from non-education study program usually not get pedagogy competency in their learning outcomes. And this program also not provide matriculation to students from non-education study program. And then the course of this program also more practical and induction in the school. So there is a gap competency in pedagogy, especially for students from non-education study program. And the question rises is how will they survive and improve their competency to become a professional teacher? So that's why I put two research questions. First is what meaning do students from non-education program attach to the experience of new model pre-service teacher education program? I have three sub-questions, which is A, B, and C. A is focused on the selection process because this program has three passes. The first is selection process and the implementation of study, and the third is the final exam to pass this program. I use word meaning because I think from the previous statement and suggestion from Prof. Rifani about the tough and also experience and strategy of each part, also include when we talk about the meaning. We can catch the meaning if we know about the tough, their experience and their strategy. And also I put this, the inputs bracketing in the objective. So in the objective from sub-question, I put motive, process, and strategies, and also I put the recommendation by at the can I stop share first? Okay. I developed a framework to show the three components suggestion of our previous meeting. So to get the meaning from the research question 1, I have sub-question, input, process, and selection, right? Or output in this part. And then the task, the experience and meaning, I put some sub important aspect which is represent this program. For example, from the source of information, motives and expectation in this part, and then the registration selection process and strategy to pass. There are 2 tests of this program. First is substantive test and interview, and also after I collect their knowledge, their experience from the process of inputs, I will go deeply to catch the feeling and perception. So the strategy of my interview in this research, I will ask the task and then the experience, and then catch the meaning for each aspect and each research question. And also the career path. For the second research question, I use task, experience, and meaning. At the end, I want to know, am I going the right way from the student perspective? Am I a truly professional teacher from student perspective? Or they are who not continue this program? I want to know, am I truly not a professional teacher candidate? Or am I going the right way to not to choose become a teacher? I will back to my presentation. Okay, then the objective of this research to uncover motive, process, and strategies from the input, and then task and strategies from the from the process, and to uncover the student's strategy facing the final exam. This is my sub-question on the first research question. And the second research question, to uncover career path after graduate from this program. And then the significance of study of this research, because this program of pre-service teacher education is investment, education investment from Indonesia government to provide certified teacher. And this program very important to fulfill the supply and demand of teacher crisis in Indonesia, to solve teacher crisis in Indonesia. But in other side, there is input, which is students from non-education study program, the students not from education background, while the 21st century in the fourth revolution industry today, teacher must have technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge, or TPACK. The question is how to non-educational students accelerate the pedagogical knowledge gap during this program. That's why this research very important to contribute on, give a suggestion to improvement this program, and also insight for students from non-education background who will take this program. And also because the programs not provide the matriculation, this program indicate that this program not inclusive for students from non-education background. and also this program is new. There is still limited research about this program, which I show it by the metric data from fast viewers and published on Paris. And also, this is my scope of study. This is my notes, Prof, because I still have when I must start explain that this research pre-service teacher education program only focus in sociology, not in other subject. So I think I will start explain that this research only focus on pre-service teacher education on sociology program from scope of study. There is element of time to my research about my scope of study, which is my program, which is this program start in 2022, and I capture this program from graduate from batch 2022 and 2023. I cannot put the 2024 because this program still ongoing and they will graduate on 2025, and the placement or graduate may be in 2026, which is not common for my research time. And then this is that's big. I will put that argument become a limitation of this of my research. And then the dimension of subject, I focus on sociology because some issues which the sociology actually has been tough since 1976, but the education sociology study program just start in 2000. That's why most of sociology teachers in the school in Indonesia today mostly are from non-sociology education program. Education sociology program. And also issues about there is a fairly large possibility for non-education, which is sociology student take pre-service teacher education, because there is a survey from Zip Recruiter that said that sociology is one of regulated study program. No similar data about these issues, but I have data about the decrease of number of sociology applicants in Indonesia, especially in East Java. For example, in Universitas Brawijaya, Airlangga, and Universitas Negeri Surabaya, Trunojoyo, and Jember. There are decreased number of applicants for pure sociology program in these universities from 2021 to 2023. And also limitation in area. I will focus on the pre-service teacher education in East Java, in Universitas Negeri Malang and Universitas Surabaya. Why? Because there is a unique case. Actually, there is 6 universities provide pure sociology program in East Java. It is huge, but only Universitas Negeri Malang that provide education sociology program. And the national level, there are 15 universities which provide pre-service teacher sociology program. And all of them are affiliated with education sociology program. However, only UNESA, which is not affiliated with undergraduate and education sociology, but pure sociology. That's why this condition in East Java become a unique case, because I can catch unique comparison experience of graduates between the both campus. And theoretical background and analytical framework. I tried looking for the theory related with my research. I will explain, maybe start from this research actually closely with interactionism and social construction, which is experience of students can impact through to their career. And I found that there is a model of influence on teacher attention from Chapman, 1983, and then Michel and Krumbolz in 1996 developed Chapman theory, become a social learning theory and career decision making. And in 2009, Isabel Roots developed again the Michel and Krumbolz theory, but Isabel Roots doing research in quantitative actually. They developed hypothetical model to explain graduate interest to the teaching profession. And then in 2019, Anna Suryani also developed the Krumbolz in 1996. She developed conceptual framework, university student career decision making. So this are the theory related with my research. This is Isabel Roots in 2019 framework, but it is in a quantitative framework. I think, thanks God, he developed a comprehensive framework from learning experience, performance skill, motivation, and external influence to the interest to the teaching profession or career decision. This framework, because I use quantitative and phenomenology, I'm not trying to use this theory to my research. Yeah, and also Anne in 2019 about individual characteristic, external influence, and learning experience, and task approach skills, which is influence university student career decision making to choose or not choose teaching career. I still looking for my research position from this previous research and this previous framework, because I use phenomenology. I collect the meaning. My contribution will be on refining the theory, completing the theory, because there is a special case or special treatment in this program, New Model Reservist Teacher Education. This program provides scholarship and not provide matriculation, and the program is short time, 1 year, and the graduate get priority to the placement and national selection after program, this is one of cases or factors which different from previous case or previous condition from previous framework. So I will try to give more insight to refining the theory. And then in the methodology, I start from interpretative paradigm and use qualitative research. Especially, I use interpretive phenomenology, which is different from descriptive phenomenology. In interpretative phenomenology, I not use bracketing. The researchers analysis also put in the process of analysis of this interpretative phenomenology and collecting data. In the primary data, I will use interview with semi-structured, because I have some dimension which is represent the reservist teacher education program steps. And also I will do the triangulation with another group, graduate from educational background and also the lecturer. And secondary data, I will use YouTube website learning management system of Reservist Teacher Professional Education official program and the learning result, assignment and transcript of students. And data for the purposive sampling, I will choose the graduate from non-educational study program from and UNESA. This is the data. Universitas Negeri Malang has 3 batch and UNESA have 2 batch. But in the last, in 2024, no non-education study program, only 5 students from non-education study program in 2023. So the number of population, number of sampling will be 32. Researcher will interview all the candidates, 32 students, and then I will divide them into two groups based on their experience. First, those who have experience and do not have experience in teaching. And the second is they who continue and do not continue to be a teacher aspiration criteria. And the triangulation researcher will interview 5 students from the education background of each campus and 3 lecturers from each campus. And the analysis data of interpretative phenomenology analysis. First is choosing a topic, determining what type of data to collect, sampling and recruiting participants. 4 is collecting data, includes designing an interview guide, conducting an interview and transcript. And 5, analysis data, case by case. And then 6, cross case analysis. And 7 is writing up the study. Actually, the interpretative phenomenology is also closely with the thematic analysis. So I also can use the same steps of thematic analysis to do the analysis data or interpretative phenomenology analysis. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, okay. Thank you, Prof. But I'm not finished writing the full proposal. It's still. I will complete it in 1 week. Okay. Bismillah. Thank you. Thank you.
Your research questions, so meaning should be plural. What meanings do they attach? Meanings, 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 meanings. So plural, not singular, right? So meanings has an S there at the end. Right? What meanings do the students attach? What meaning do the students attach? Yeah. So that is the one thing I want to convey to you. Let me see. So your first research questions, that's good. Let me look at your second research question. What path or career path do the students from non-educational programs pursue after graduating? Is there a sub underneath research question number 2?
I think no.
No, okay. If there's no, put a Y at the end.
Oh, why?
Why, yeah.
Why students from non-education study program? Why?
What,
Continue, not continue.
what part is, okay, I'm going to be a chef, I'm going to be, apa namanya, go-car driver, whatever, right? Yeah, popular is not, Grab is not so popular, right? Go-car. So yeah. Whatever, but you just don't know just one answer. You want to know the why behind it, right?
Yeah.
You can also put instead of asking why, put not just what rationale, what reasons they give for the chosen path. What reasons do they give for to their chosen path? Something like that, right? You do need a follow-up question after what. What reasons? Instead of why is a much more complex question. Or what reasons do they give, or what rationale do they give for the career path, for the path forward, or post after the what did after they graduated, something like that. For the path forward, there's another way to put it. Simple. What rationale or what reasons they give the path after graduation, right? So it's not, and then that should be after that question. Then so maintain the first question, and then after that question, a sub question, or just right after the question mark. What rationale? By Joanne, you got what I'm saying to you?
I can add sub question.
Yeah.
About the rationale, or I
move that rationale after the question mark. Yeah.
Wait. I will send it to Hanif. I will send it to Hanif. Sorry.
Yeah. So you maintain the same question. You do not change the first question. Then the second question, you just put a follow-up question right after that. Yeah. So the follow-up question is what rationale do the students give for their chosen path? What rationale or what reasons? So rationale has an E at the end, not just otherwise it would be rational. Rationale has an E at the end. Okay?
Yeah, I send it to you.
What rationale do the students give for their chosen path? So
Okay.
you have that. Okay, let's dive deeper into your research. I'm going to jump a bit, right? You do talk about theoretical framework or theoretical background. Okay, you are right. You are right to say that phenomenology or inductive research doesn't start with theories, right? So when you have theoretical background and theories that you review, and if there were questions about, you're doing phenomenology or inductive research, right? So how could you have theories? So you could have theories. So the theories will help you to come up with sensitizing concepts. The theories can help you to come up with sensitizing concepts. So you are not doing theory testing or hypothesis testing, right? And by the way, you want to remove the word refining theory. You are not refining theory. That's not the task of phenomenologists is not to refine theory, because you do not start with theory, right? But you want to, so you don't take away the word refining theory there, right? So you have the word refining theory, take that word out. What you want to do is to use the theory to come up with sensitizing concepts, right? So sensitizing concepts are the things, are the words, are the terms you use during your interview to bring out the taken for granted thoughts or taken for granted insights or taken for granted experience of the social actors, of the students. And you want to say, well, how about this, how about that? Have you thought about this, have you thought about that? Right? So that is what you want to do with the sensitizing concept from the theory, right? Okay.
So the prof, excuse me, the name of this chapter will be what, prof? Theoretical background and sensitizing concept, or
yeah, you can use the word
theoretical
sensitizing
background and
concept.
analytical for sensitizing concept.
Sensitizing concepts, yeah. If you have the word analytical framework, you will have a deductive research there. Sensitizing concepts. Yes, never mind. Don't end with improvements this spelling. Are you typing or Joanne? You're typing? Oh, okay, you're typing. All right.
It's not with me.
I'm not you. Okay, all right. Sensitizing. Yeah. It's okay. You improve it. Just make note, Joanne. Otherwise, you are doing the correction right now and all that. Just take note what I said. The other thing I want to convey to you is that you have, after the research question, and you showed me a Word file just now, where you have different columns, right?
Oh yeah,
the
column.
input and all that.
Interview guide, prof.
Okay. Can you show me the Word file again?
Actually, this is my guideline to develop
All right.
interview.
Okay. This is the interview. All right. So, Joanne, you can go down further. Go down further. What the research question number? Go down. Scroll down. Scroll down, further down. Okay. Further down. Yeah. So you have the meanings and all that. Am I going the right way? Okay. You want to be careful, but be careful with your questions. So to make sure you're not boxing them into answering in a certain way. So you're not directing them, right? I can see that this is like almost a two types answer at the back here. Am I going the right way, or am I truly a professional teacher? There you go. It's like almost like a yes/no question there, right? So the power of phenomenology, the power of qualitative research, for that matter, is in the richness of the answers, right? So there might be more than just one answer. There might be, they said, well, I will try it for a while. Well, I'm not sure yet. I think I'm a half teacher. I'm not, a half teacher, a quarter chef, a quarter housewife. So they might come up with different ways of conceptualizing the path forward. So let them come up with those things. You do not want to preempt. So what you want is sensitizing concepts, not directing them to a certain answer.
Okay. Yeah, bro.
So that's why we are saying about, you can say this, how about professional teacher? What do you think of professional teacher? There you go. Or how, what do you think about being a house husband, where you are married to a woman and then the woman works? You can ask that question, right? If you're interested in that question. I know a lot of, not a lot, few of my friends, women lecturers, their husband do not work. I said, that's a good deal. So I said, stay at home, watch TV, eat. and send the kids to school, bring back the kids back home. Right? That's a good job, man. And I know the husband too. And there's a husband sometimes big breaks, and then they can pass to me some bread. That is wonderful. Let's have coffee. But I'm digressing a bit. But so the point here I want to convey to you, Joanne, is that you use just the words, so let them explore their own thoughts, and then let them tell you the responses to the sensitizing concepts, right? And usually the sensitizing concepts come after their answers. So they will answer for instance, they answer, what's your plan after this? So they will tell their plan and all that, right? And then you can throw in with these probes. These are probes, this sensitizing concept. How about this? How about that? How about that? Right? But while they're answering, let them answer the questions first. Let them provide you with their own thoughts until you see that they stop or they have problem giving answers. Then you can probe them with these sensitizing concepts, right? Yeah.
It means after this, I need to create questions for interview guideline. And from your explanation, there is a technique to me give the open question, general, and then the follow-up question after that.
Yeah.
When I develop the follow-up, can I use some indicator which is related with the theory or this process of this program?
Yes, you could. Yes, you could do that, and in a way that's what we call a sensitizing concept. So it's not necessarily follow-up question. They can be follow-up question, but it's classified as a sensitizing concept. So again, the whole idea is to get them to their own thoughts, to their own interpretation, right? You're not targeting specific answers. You are guiding them to their deeper consciousness rather than. So, do you want to be a teacher or not? It's not that. That's not the question. So, we can ask that question, but we are not saying it's not. We are not necessarily looking for a yes/no answer. We are going to the deep consciousness, which is where the richness, which is where the theory comes from, the consciousness. So the answering your question is now about from the theory. Yes, this is where you put in the concepts from your theory as sensitizing concepts, as sensitizing constructs, right? And that's actually a good thing when you put in the concepts from your theory. So you can eventually in your discussion chapters, right, you can connect to the theory much more easily, much more effectively. when you have sensitizing concepts from the theory itself. Right? So instead of having questions, you can just put, sensitizing concepts 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, like that. Yeah, Joanne? And then what happens is your data will become very rich. Your data will become, you have the spread of the themes, the breadth, the width, very wide, and you go deep, the depth. And you have very strong set of data to analyze after that. And you can connect it with the theory later on. Right?
Yeah, bro.
Okay?
Big data, bit more confused.
Yes. This is what we call, this is counter to the thinking of big data. We are going deep data actually. The big data tend to be shallow. Big data can be shallow because they seldom go deep. Big data tend to be associative or relational, not deep. Here is where you go into the consciousness, right? So we are providing a complementary approach to the big data analysis. So big data tends to be quantitative, right? Big data tends to be quantitative. That's why it's called data analytics. It's very quantitative. They look at correlation, right? And they can predict very well. Right? So like last time they predicted those who eat in a particular type of restaurant, which is Red Lobster. There's Red Lobster in US. They will vote for Obama. Why? We do not know why, but we know if you want to find Obama voters, you go to Red Lobsters, right? So you want to go campaign for Obama, you go for Red Lobster restaurant, right? So, or they can find for people who vote for I forgot who fought against Obama later. I think Cheney or Dick Cheney, but well, not Cheney, the other guy, McCain, right? McCain are people who eat at Long John Silver or whatever, right? They can predict that, and big data can do prediction very well, but they are not good in explaining. It's the deep data that does the explaining. So we are doing the deep data, but I'm not making a debate between big data and deep data. I mean, both has its strength, right? But the deep data is where we see the connections, and sometimes it's more than one connection, right? So they say, if like the informal term, if in this situation I'll do this, if in that situation I'll do that. It's not a straightforward kind of answer, right? So now that's why, like Jiarong, not just you want to look at the content of the video, right? You want to ask the production, you want to ask the viewers.
Yeah.
So you have then you establish an explanation, right?
Yeah.
Not just a connection between variables. You see an explanation.
Tips.
The deep, we will go deep.
From the service to the motivation.
To the motivation, to explanation, consciousness, yes, right? They feel, I'm afraid of this. They go into the fear of. I like the fact that whatever. In your case, they talk about family values, man, because Confucius talk about family values. Confucius talk about hierarchy, respecting, right? So there's one example in Chinese New Year advertisement where they gather, right? They gather for the night, the evening, the big dinner before the New Year, the big dinner before New Year, right? What do you call that?
年夜饭
Huh?
年夜饭
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 Nian means year.
year
年
年夜
一年两年三年
Year means night.
夜饭meal. So there's one advertisement where the teenager came back during the 年夜饭, I think the big dinner, right? Wearing black. Chinese New Year, man, tomorrow Chinese New Year black, right? Well, that's a big no, right?
Yeah.
So everybody was looking at the person in a weird way, in a disapproval way. So, but the kid doesn't like red color. This one black. So the mother, the grandmother corrected her or him, whatever. So the next day is he or she, I forgot, I don't know, it's a she, I think, came back with maroon, maroon color, so, because respecting, you know. So, you know, the color represents respect, you know. So it's, respect is more important than personal preference. It's in Chinese value system, I suppose so, right? I'm not sure. So you can, you know, that's how you, and then you, when you ask the viewers, then they can tell, oh, this is what I think, this is what I think, you know, okay. Anyway, coming back to the idea of qualitative research, the deep data can provide the explanation. It's the deep data that provides the why usually, right? At least at the subjective level, not necessarily objective, but the subjective level. So and that's the one. Let me go to the scope of study, Joanne. Your scope of study. Scope of study.
Collective habitat.
I focus on, right? Yeah. So sociology. So you're focusing on just a sociology program. That's fine. That is fine. So so you can go deep, right? Especially if there is an empirical vacuum. Empirical. This one has not been studied before. Not necessarily a theoretical vacuum, but an empirical vacuum, right? Theoretical vacuum is a vacuum that exists in theory. Empirical vacuum is a study that exists in, you know, people have not studied that space yet, right? People might study psychology, might be study political science, but sociology not yet. So provide empirical vacuum.
Can I start describe focus sociology from the section focus the scope of study?
Yeah.
Because in the background,
Yes.
statement I will explain about sociology.
Yes.
I just start sociology explanation in scope of study.
Yeah, you got. Plus, sociology is taught in secondary school, so it becomes even more relevant, right? But they're all about secondary school here, right? Yes. The answer is yes. The other thing I have, I just want to look at it. These are all just improvement here and there, Joanne. You use the word secondary data. Can you go to
Secondary data.
secondary data? Yeah. So I say data. That's American. Data. That's British. What do you mean secondary data? What do you mean by secondary data? Is this part of your research? Yeah, are you collecting data from secondary data, or what are you doing with this one?
Yeah, for example, when I ask about their experience in the learning process, I want to know about their digital document on learning management system, because this program also provides learning management system. They can show me the product of their assignment and also transcript their learning result, and then also from YouTube, because from YouTube, from the official Ministry of Education Reservist Teacher Program, there are argument about this program, which is narration why this program different from the previous program, and maybe I will put it in the discussion or for the sub-theme of my data. That's why I said it as a secondary data.
Okay. Can you, this one falls in your methodology, like Joanne, because the previous slide I believe is methodology, right? So you have primary data and you have secondary data collecting ada. Primary data is interview, and you have you're going to triangulation with another group, graduates from education program, lecturers. Let me primary data, and then you have YouTube. All right. Two things about this, right? Number one, the issue of analysis of secondary data first. If you start having secondary data analysis, you will also need to come up with in a proper sampling, right? So how are you doing the sampling for YouTube? How you're doing the sampling for website? How you're doing the learning management system? So there's an issue of sampling, right? There's also issue of content analysis or text analysis or discourse analysis, depending what analysis you're using for secondary data analysis. So there's another level of complexity in your research, right? And you will need to justify that. I'm not saying that you cannot do this. I'm saying that if you do this, you will have another set of data to work on. So you want to be clear whether you want to include this in your research or not. The way I see it, if you have more than 30 or 40 interviews, you have a lot of data already to process, right? And those data will answer your research questions. So that's one point I want to convey to you. The other point is triangulation is not necessarily necessary for qualitative research. I know there are faculties and there are lecturers that talk about triangulation, but for a research like phenomenology, ethnography, the research is deep enough that it doesn't require triangulation of this sort, right? So my thought is, if you do not want to do this, you can just omit. If you want to do this, you got to do it systematically for the secondary data, right?
Interruption of maybe this is my new experience. Yeah. I need more explanation because maybe in Indonesia when I studied my bachelor and master degree, my lecturer said that qualitative needs secondary data. Padahal kenyataannya I just catch some information, not try to analyze it more, the secondary data. It means that actually some cases in qualitative data we don't need secondary data, you mean?
Exactly, yes. Ethnographers do not use secondary data necessarily. Ethnography, right? They don't go and get secondary data from somewhere and do that. They might process on their own, but they do not need another set of analysis of secondary data. And secondary data can also be from observation, but I see a lot of people who does, they say observation, but they do really haphazard observation. There's no systematic way of observation, which is not correct methodologically, and that opens up space for attack, because observation as a method is a methodology, right? There's a method to it. So if you're and if you're doing observation, there must be a sampling to the observation. If you're doing morning, you got to go to the different individuals or different spaces and your morning observation. But you got to justify why morning only, why not afternoon, why not evening. Then you got to justify, right? And then there's also participant and non-participant observation. So, and then there's field notes. When you do observation, there must be field notes. What are you observing? And so these are all, there's issues of methodology, right? when people do triangulation, the methodology is sometimes taken for granted, and that's where it becomes problematic. But lecturers do that too. It's okay when they have their PhD, but then I'm concerned when they cascade down their knowledge, they're cascading down the wrong knowledge. Right? And if you look at methodologies, they say triangulation. That's the second part of my point. When you say triangulation, which you have, if you go back to your slide before this one, Joanne, slide before, you have the triangulation. You have graduate. Where is it? Lecturers. You have lecturers there. Yeah. Lecturers there, so you need to do sampling of the lecturers, and you need to do how are the lecturers answering the questions and all that. So the issues are related to that. If you do not want to do it, you do not have to do it. So if it's a lecturer, right? Lecturer will have a different perception. Interpretation, meanings they attach to the experience, and they might have different experience too. So you oftentimes triangulation answers different research questions. So you see, when you ask lecturer, right, it's actually a different research question. What meanings lecturers attach to the process, right? Or rather, what meanings do the lecturers attached to the experience of the students, and then we have a different meaning there. It is not part of the research question anymore. So triangulation is actually it started out with a surveyor, right? Surveyor. Triangulation is that Pythagoras theory. Pythagoras theory. The triangle, right?
Pythagoras.
This one, and then you see, the survey, right? This is where the quantitative trying to do qualitative, right? They confuse people, right? Also triangulation. But I see lecturers, professors also think about that, especially like urban planning thesis, right? Urban planning thesis. How come you have interviews but you don't have quantitative? But then you check the documents as well, what the documents say, well, you can, but they are all different research questions, right? They're all different research questions. But you can have all the research questions together in one, but that is more like a project. You're doing a project, you want to do urban planning, you want to have, and then it's fine. But if you do research, you can go deep in one particular research, you do not have to go the other research, right? So this is where, proper methodology is a methodological question. You see my point, Joanne? When you ask lecturers, right? Lecturers will have a different perspective, meaning, right?
Because in Indonesia sometimes you cannot complete your data if you not talk or interview through all the people related with your issue. They think your data is poor.
Poor, As okay, and also. So all right. Now the idea of that can come about from case study. Case study, you might have, you're studying organization right now, right? Like you're studying organization, a company. You want to look at the documents. So that is, you can put together a case study on something where you have different set of data you're analyzing, right? You're doing document analysis. You're doing in-depth interview and case study. And you can justify it that way. I can see that's where the perspective is also might be coming. So, but we do not need this for for really, deep research that you are doing, you do not need to have. Once you have this one, you have a different research question added to that. If you have different research question, then your title might also be different, right? A comparative analysis of the meanings attached to the non-education background between the lecturers and the students, the comparatives, and then it's fine. Then you have comparative. This is where it relates to what you want to study. Yeah.
I get insight from your discussion from this section. I can understand that not all qualitative research must be triangulation and also secondary data, because the core of phenomenology is meaning, and why meaning is important because the truth come from their experience, not from the outside.
Yes.
Of my subject.
Yes. Yeah.
And the meaning can complete the whole of a theory or some issues which is not touchable before.
True. Yes. That's precisely the point. That's precisely the point. Yeah.
That's my understanding. True.
That's right. That's precisely the point. Yeah, that's the right point there. The last thing I'd like to comment on, I think you want to double check certain spelling errors, and I think you do have one or two spelling errors, but you just double check the spelling error. You have something on analytical analysis, data analysis or something. I think at the end is now. Can we scroll down a bit more? Something on the analysis data. Okay, analysis. You mean data analysis? Data analysis. Yeah. Just check on this cross case analysis. That kind of thing. That you double check on the spelling and the language. Just but I do think you're ready for your proposal defense. So, congratulations, Joanne. You're on the way for proposal defense now. Right? You will get feedback from the proposal defense, and then you can move forward. But you have something solid here. Right?
Thank you.
Congratulations. Get ready.
Thank you.
Right?
Is there any comment?
From anyone else? Anyone has any comments or whatever?
Yeah. Please give me input.
Maybe Eugene, you have.
What is it about again?
Eugene is listening to Taylor Swift. Eugene is listening to Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And Beyonce. And Kamala Harris. You know that Beyonce and Taylor Swift, they're all supporters of Kamala Harris, right?
Yeah.
And Eminem.
Eminem is going to be disappear.
No, Eminem is a supporter of
Rapper.
huh?
Rapper.
Rapper, rapper, hip hop.
8 kilometers.
Huh?
Yeah, 8 miles. 8 miles.
The song, is it? There's a song?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard the song.
The movie.
Oh, the movie. Okay, I will watch the movie too. 8 miles. What movie is it? What movie is 8 miles?
What is it going to be?
A gangster movie, maybe.
No,
Good
movie
reflection.
is just going to like a personal documentary of the Eminem.
Oh, okay. Oh, like a reality show or something. Life story.
Yes, okay.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are we okay now? Joanne, so get ready. Communicate with Puan Rojima that you are ready to make. Yeah.
Make more time. Make it more perfect.
Okay, do communicate this week. Yeah, Thursday or Friday. Don't wait too long. Yeah, you have something good going on there.
Thank you very much for your
Welcome. Yeah. Okay, Joanne. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to call it a day because I have to. CPR has some event outside they have to attend to. Okay.